Spider, and today we are going to be doing some YouTube videos for my first reaction video. Let's do this.
I woke up from a nightmare that caused me to majorly wet my bed. So, I went to grab a glass of warm milk to calm the old nerves. But as I got to the kitchen, I heard a strange noise across the room. And then, I noticed a tall, menacing figure standing in the corner. I immediately made a break for the bathroom and locked myself inside. And since I already exhausted my bladder, I began sifting for something to use to protect myself. Then, I braced myself to face whatever it was. And as I slowly approached the figure, I felt a cold wind come over me. But as I got closer and gained a better visual, it was just a stack of all my dirty laundry. And the cold breeze was just from the window I left open to air out the pile stench. What a relief. I woke up from a nightmare.
What the heck? This is cool. Oh, that's it.
Guess the song.
This is the musical highway. Yup, the road is covered in these tiny grooves that resonate music, except it's famous for sounding horrible, and you'll see why. Well, the road was originally designed to replicate this popular song. But during construction, each groove was made a fraction of an inch off, so the entire thing is out of tune and sounds like this. This is
3 hours.
first try. Yep. Come on, yes, let's go, baby.
Every time I make something out of obsidian, people always ask if I can make a nether portal, so that's what I'm going to do in this video. When I was mining this obsidian, I made sure to select pieces that are chunky and already cube-like. After hours of chipping these cobbles of obsidian into cubes, I now have enough cubes to make the nether portal. The glue that will hold this portal together is made from pine sap and charcoal dust. When planning this project, I had many doubts. For example, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to make obsidian cubes, and I wasn't sure if the glue was going to hold them together. In the end, it all worked out, and the portal came together beautifully. The last step is to light the portal with flint and steel. The real obsidian nether portal is now complete. Every time I make...
Guess this word, boys.
I know it!
Mr. Beast!
What does the winner get?
The winner wins one of whatever the word is.
Oh my god, I always wanted one, but you can't buy them anymore.
What? Is the letter E in it?
Yes, it is. Good job.
Jimmy, I will bomb your house.
No need for bombing anyone's house. Just play the game.
Can you describe it a bit?
They usually come in some shade of brown as a color.
It's Obama!
No, it's not Obama.
Why would it be Obama?
Because you're brown.
All right, next letter, boys.
I have a tingly feeling it is a double G.
Correct.
Jimmy! You better stop this right now or else.
You can't threaten me, Obama. I will literally buy you.
That was a bit too far, Jimmy.
Yeah, times have changed. You can't buy Obama just because he's black.
Oh, shut up, you idiots. I didn't mean it like that. I'm rich, I'll buy anyone.
Anyways, does anyone have any clue what this word is? I have no idea.
Jimmy, use the word in a sentence, please.
Hello, is this the place I buy I'd like to buy one average... Oh, not this one. This stinks.
All right, I just nuked the whole world. No one is making it out alive. Jimmy, the word is never.
You racist piece of shit. The word is nugget.
Oh, crap.
Morning.
When you pull the trigger of a gun, it releases a pin which strikes the primer at the base of the cartridge. Inside this cartridge is a chemically explosive...
let's find, wait, I have this YouTuber in mind. Let me just look him up. Emanations, there we go. Okay, guys, just give me a second. Okay, guys, we're watching Emanation's newest video, Boy Scouts. It sucks.
Bryson, your dad and I decided that all you boys are gonna be Eagle Scouts because we believe this will help prepare you for the real world, be a huge accomplishment, and help launch you into adult life.
No thanks. I don't like doing scout camps. It's too intense for me.
Hi there.
Hi, I'm Bryson, and my parents forced me to occasionally sleep outside in the middle of nowhere and called it Boy Scouts, despite my massive amount of weeping, wailing, and gnashing of teeth. And oh boy, do I have some stories about it. But as a gateway, they had me do Cub Scouts. The best thing I could say about Cub Scouts was that at least it was more chill. It was more like, okay, kids, today we're gonna do some bird watching and learn to tie a knot. But then Boy Scouts were like,
Build an ice igloo and sleep in it, or you'll die.
good luck. Seriously, the scout camps were so lawless. The only laws we followed were the laws of nature. Why were these adults giving 12-year-olds the power of fire? Woke up to see that the boys had started a bonfire and were jumping through it. Stop! What are you boys thinking? We were testing our courage, Bryson's dad. We were also testing Charles Darwin's theory of natural selection. If any of us are too weak, we'll fall in the fire and die, which will clean the gene pool, making the next generation stronger.
What? Okay, that kind of makes sense. All right, let me join in.
Woohoo! Looks like we lost one.
Guys, I can't tell if that's Bryson or Bryson's dad. I think that's Bryson most likely.
I was eased into scouts at a thing called Cub Scout Day Camp, where you would show up, do activities as a group like the Ring Gutter Regatta, Duck Duck Goose, and tying knots. Then, at night, your parents would pick you up and take you back to your air-conditioned house. So you didn't actually have to sleep in the dirt. I remember being so jealous of the kids who had Lunchables. I was sitting there with a BLT sandwich with apple slices, a homemade cookie in the shape of a heart, and a handwritten note from my mom telling me how much she loved me. And meanwhile, Tyler had this. What a ripoff! But now, in retrospect, I'm grateful that my mom cared enough to pack me a lunch. One activity we did was we were going to learn how to make paper from, only stuff found in nature. We were gonna be the Bear Grylls of paper making. I was so excited to learn. But then we got there and they said, okay, class, here's how to make homemade paper. First, grab some toilet paper, get it wet, mold it into the shape you want, let it dry, then you've got paper. Excuse me? That's like saying,
Here's how to make a chair from scratch. First, grab a chair, and voila, you've made a chair.
one
Yeah, that's not true. How do you
useful thing they taught me was how to safely carve wood with a knife. Always aim the sharp end away from your body, and then stick the sharp end into another scout to conquer them. I was cruising through the Cub Scout ranks. Tiger, wolf, bear, Weebelo. Still don't know what that is. But then I had to evolve from a fun, relaxed Cub Scout into a hard, manly Boy Scout. And that meant going on campouts where I had to sleep in the wilderness. Dun, dun, dun! Going on scout camps was really scary and anxiety-inducing for me. I was a really sensitive kid, so even just one-night camping trips was small and weak, so I couldn't hike as far as the other boys. I had gone on a few one-night trips begrudgingly, but when they announced a week-long backpacking/camping trip, I begged my parents to let me stay home in the air conditioning and indoor plumbing. After much deliberation, I could stay home. I was so relieved. But then I stupidly tried to push my luck. This was around the time that the Nintendo 3DS was the hot thing that I desired more than anything in the whole world. So I asked, Mom, Dad,
Bro, there's Nintendos now.
can I get a 3DS, please?
I'll buy you a 3DS
Really?
if you go to scout camp.
No! Can't I just get it for Christmas or something?
No. If you want one, you need to go on this scout camp. Show us how unreliant you are on technology, and in return, we'll buy you more technology.
This was such an ordeal for little me. I wanted the 3DS so much, but I despised Scout Camp. My mind raced trying to figure out a solution. Maybe I'll mow people's lawns for money and do lemonade stands. I'll save up the money to buy it myself.
No! If you don't go on this scout camp, so long as you live under my roof, you will never
Okay, I'm gonna keep doing it.
own a 3DS. I won't let you buy one even if you
Actually, sorry guys, I said let's keep watching. I was just like talking to my dad, but I paused the recording, so yeah.
earn your own money.
This was a huge blow. I was devastated, and tragically, this was during the time when I still thought adults knew everything. And for some reason, I assumed that Dad could actually enforce this outlandish rule. I was trapped. I had to go. My parents said that the only way I could get a 3DS was if I went on this trip. Your parents are buying you a 3DS for this? My parents forced me to go or I'd be grounded all summer. Anyway, you want some cold pizza sauce and cheese on a cracker from my Lunchable? And then, every morning, we woke up, packed everything up, and hiked for like 12 miles every day. Then set up camp again. And I hated hiking. Everyone was always like, what a great view. But I was like, the view is never worth it. But nowadays, I like hiking and views. Of course, my legs are so long now that I only have to take 3 steps and I'm there. But back then, I had little legs. I was so small and weak that the other scouts had to help carry my stuff. And I still feel bad about it. I'm so sorry for being small and useless, guys. I honestly wonder why I didn't get called a twerp more often. Because I was one. It was probably a good thing I was so shy and quiet, because if I had let my true annoying self shine through, the other scouts probably would have killed me with hammers while the leaders laughed and said, boys will be boys. Ma'am, your son is throwing rocks at the other children's heads.
Oh, boys will be boys.
No! Teach them how to not do stupid stuff.
Morning. Any plans for the day yet? If not, why don't you hang out with me?
Billy, stop throwing rocks and be nice.
But I love myself just the way I am.
Well, the way you are right now sucks. Do better. Try harder.
No!
You will learn respect, and suffering will be your teacher.
Honestly, as much as I bellyached about it, having my friends there to talk to made it pretty fun. Not to mention being bribed meant at least one good thing would come of all this. We hiked, sang, caught frogs, and made a shelter out of sticks and bark to get our wilderness survival badge. Looking back, though, it was funny how I always wanted to do my own thing, regardless of what the other boys were doing. They all decided to go skinny dipping in a pond, and I was like, no way am I doing that! But then, Travis lost his swimsuit in the pond and had to streak back to his tent, and we later learned that the pond had leeches in it. The other boys wanted to stay up and make s'mores, and the leaders were gonna teach us some life lesson about not swimming in leech-infested waters or something. And I was like, no, I'm tired, I'm going to bed. Then on the drive home, we stopped at a burger place, and our leaders challenged us all to eat a burger with 4 patties. But I knew my weak stomach couldn't handle that, so I said, no thank you, and got a normal burger. And then everyone told me to go to college, and I was like, no, I'm gonna be a YouTuber. And then the IRS told me to stop committing felony tax evasion, and I said, try and stop me. That's a joke. I love paying my taxes. But I did it. I finished the trip. Then I got home and was given a 3DS. Yippee! I'm never going camping again. The next big scout trip I was forced to go on was at this huge camp where tons of other scout troops would visit. We arrived and this older scout came up to us. He held out his walking stick, pushed me aside, and said, get out of my way. In scouts, there's a hierarchy among the boys where the older boys are allowed to be mean to the younger boys. However, I also had a glaring physical flaw that always had me at the bottom of the list. I was small, so even the younger scouts could beat me up. This boy was an assistant leader at the camp, and it was immediately apparent to me that he was the type of guy to get 1 micron of authority and let it go directly to his head and abuse his power. But he was older and that made him better than us. At least in his mind. I think it's really neat that you've earned all these merit badges, buddy, but I think you're missing some of the most important ones. And those are the Emotional Maturity Badge, the Coping with Insecurity Badge, and the Going to Therapy Badge. Which is what I would have said if I had any confrontation skills. Instead, I kind of just observed his arrogant attitude and silently judged him. And then years later made fun of him online in a YouTube video. Haha, who's laughing now?
Anyway, the leaders took us to our campsite, and all of us slept in this rickety wooden structure filled with bunk beds. Then we went to a ton of merit badge classes and filled out packets. Great, we're just doing homework in the woods! But at least we had some downtime to just play card games together. However, one time while we were playing, this one kid, Sean, somehow fell out of his top bunk, did a flip through the air, and slammed into the ground. Anyways, got any fours? No. I continued through the Boy Scout ranks reluctantly and against my will, and I had to get interviewed to become a Life Scout. But in case you forgot, I was a shy little guy. The Scout leaders asked me what I learned and what requirements I did and blah blah blah. Then one of the leaders said, "Can I give you some advice? You could work on your eye contact." Oh. And from that point on, I've been really good at eye contact. Sometimes being told to cut it out is the solution. Look at my eyes! Look at them! See into my soul! The next big camp was a few years later. I was 16 and the leaders were like, "Hey kids, today we're gonna learn how to shoot a shotgun." And this was at a point where I still thought adults had it all figured out, so I was like, okay. Seriously, why were they letting 16-year-old boys wield shotguns? Luckily we were okay, but what if one of the boys was feeling a little rambunctious that day? Or if they let their intrusive thoughts win? Young boys don't understand consequences yet. I'm 22 and I still don't understand them. Anyway, they gave me the gun and threw a clay pigeon for me to shoot. I hit it! My very first shot, and I hit it! And then I missed the next 9 shots. 10% ain't bad. It's better than most of my school assignments. Then it came time to do an Eagle Scout project. So with a lot of help from my parents, I built some shelves to help my middle school organize their theater stuff. I had done it. I earned the rank of Eagle Scout. And now I love camping. I'm so prepared for the real world now. Can we see your resume? And what experience do you have that you believe will help you excel in this role? I don't have a resume or any applicable experience, but check out this square knot though. Honestly though, I don't think I deserve this award. I can't even start a fire on my own. And I'm not very trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, or reverent. My mom was the one that pushed for it, and I guarantee you that without her constant help with merit badges, camping gear...
Bro, the mom definitely did not do that. Wait.
Packing lists and encouragement, I would not have earned this. She also helped my 3 brothers earn their awards, and I guarantee you that she can survive in the wilderness longer than me. She's the real Eagle Scout, not me. And so, by the power vested in me, by me, I officially revoke my Eagle Scout status and I award it to my mom. The moral of the story is that it's okay for your parents to force you to try new things sometimes. Maybe you'll make a video about it later. Okay? That's all the time I've got. Gotta get back to playing Animal Crossing New Leaf on my Nintendo 3DS. Hey guys, I'm struggling through the Boy Scout ranks. Also, a huge thanks to my amazing team for their fabulous skills. They did a great job as usual. I'm so grateful to be in a position to share my stories with you all, and I'm glad you like them. Boy Scouts was not really my speed, but it's good to step outside your comfort zone and try new things. If I hadn't been a Boy Scout, you guys never would have gotten this amazing video, so you're welcome. Tisk tisk, the things I do for you guys. Anyways, I'm gonna go eat a bagel. Bye!
So, if you're feeling really beautiful today and you want to make this video your phone's wallpaper, or you...
Let's do that.
Players have reported sightings giants ever since Minecraft was first released. But with thousands of fake videos on the internet, are these myths even real? Today, we're testing.
You know what, guys? I think this is the end of it. Bye. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll make more reactions soon. Peace.